This is the Alliance Insights Podcast. And welcome back to the podcast, everybody. So today we got a special treat. We're going to have the CEO of Alliance Specialty Contractor as our guest, and his name is Jody Crum. Come on in, man.
Hey, brother.
What's up, big time? Man, have a seat, bro.
Thank
Have
you,
a
brother.
seat. Listen, man, so always great to be with you because you and I chop it up about a lot of different things, man. And I just really wanted to get into this story because you were telling me last week about this young lady who really needed your help. And this kind of speaks to you and Alliance going above and beyond to make sure your clients are taken care of. Just kind of rehash that story and where that started.
Yeah, so we were starting the Arbor Market, and we were out knocking doors, and I come across this lady, and she said, it was after all the storm chasers have been through, and
Right.
all the ruckus and everything after the storm where the contractors come through, and she said, I've already put my claim in and it's been denied. And she was with a specific insurance company. And I said, okay, ma'am, if you don't want to go forward, that's fine. And we spent the rest of the day knocking in the neighborhoods, and I come across another guy with the same insurance company, and he says all the insurance adjuster did was got on this ladder, took a picture of the roof and got down, and his claim was denied. We got that insurance company on the phone, and they told me to take pictures of the damage, send it in, and they'll reevaluate it, and it got approved that night.
Wow.
The very next day, I went to this lady's house, and I says, listen, I understand you don't want to go through with it. You've already been denied, but this is what just happened with the same insurance company you got. She told me, by all means, if you think you can do it, do it. So we actually got the insurance company on the phone, and come to find out, the storm chaser that was in town didn't even call the claim in. This lady was under the impression that she had been denied by an insurance company for a claim, hadn't even been called in. We got the claim filed, got an adjuster out there, and got our new roof approved and got it built for her.
So, see, to me, this is why this is a very, very delicate situation as you're teaching me more about the contracting business, because Alliance seems to be affected if the insurance adjuster isn't doing what he or she is supposed to be doing. How often do you see that situation arise, and what is your remedy for it? Like, how do you feel like you can fix that to make sure that things are being done the way they should be?
So one of the things we do with Alliance is, we try to get the homeowner what they deserve.
Right.
To maximize the claim, get everything they can in the claim one time and one shot deal. If an adjuster isn't recording the damage or whatever they're doing, what we try to do is we have measures in place to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
You just kind of proprietary to Alliance, but we hold them accountable on the adjustment side so that whenever they do come out and if it does get denied, we fight for the homeowner.
A lot of this I've seen since I've known you and been talking to you, man, you have a lot of gut feelings. I truly believe. And that seemed like a gut feeling. Kind of walk me through that process. How do you just know sometimes innately something just seems off? Like, how do you walk yourself through that process and then try to determine the best course of action for the client?
Well, in that situation, it was kind of hard until I went to another homeowner. I seen that there was a pattern for that insurance company.
Yeah.
And that's why I went back. A lot of times you have a lot of gut feeling in the beginning, and you just don't take no for an answer. And you just push it until you find why it was done that way, and we just rectify that situation and we get them moving forward.
So listen, Columbus, Georgia, I don't know if we talked about this before, but you guys are doing phenomenal. You've been open about 2 years, and you guys are in the Columbus, Georgia market, Auburn, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, and Houston, Texas market. Your national headquarters are here in Columbus. Now, for some reason, man, people hear national headquarters in Columbus, they act as if Columbus can't be the home to a top-notch organization. So my question for you is, the vision that you've set out to accomplish, how have you seen it come to fruition, and how has that made you feel knowing that things are happening exactly the way that you wanted them to?
Well, it's great. It's as we move forward in this industry, we try to set a standard.
Yeah.
Separate from every other roofing company. And you mentioned, here in Columbus, Georgia, how can Columbus, Georgia, sustain such a company, or even the mind frame of a company starting like this in Columbus, Georgia? But I'll have to remind you of Aflac.
Absolutely. And that's what I tell people. I mean, when people, I like to compare Columbus to Atlanta all the time. And I say, man, Columbus is a thriving city. Yeah. It's a growing city, not just with the military, but with Columbus State University and a lot of other things that are transpiring from a commercial standpoint. And you guys are really handling things in the contracting business. So, Jody, my whole thing is you've got an organization. You're continuing to build this organization. What's next? Like, what do you feel like is next for Alliance?
The moon. Going as far as we can, going nationwide, making sure that all homeowners that we touch base with are taken care of completely and wholly, fighting for what they deserve on a national level, building information like we're doing now with all our podcasts and our micro-influencer room and then our documentary room. giving information back to the homeowner so they can be educated on the process and what they really deserve in the claim.
And see, that's what I want to tell you, because I look at myself as a consumer, right? I'm somebody who's a consumer who needs your services. Why is educating me so important in building that trust and that opportunity for me to know that you're going to do what you say you're going to do?
So going back to the incident that we had in Auburn, if that lady knew what this deal was, she could have called her insurance and said, followed up by herself to see if the claim was filed. The guy that said the adjuster got on the ladder and took a picture and got down, he could have looked at this information and got educated and known that that wasn't right and filed it himself.
Well, listen, there are situations that arise and there are problems that arise. That's always going to happen. Your whole thing is being a problem solver. That's why Alliance exists, and why I think you guys are going to do some great things, man. So I appreciate you coming on your busy schedule. I know we had to kind of lock you in to this today because you're so busy, but thanks for taking the time with me. And you're my boy, and I really appreciate everything you're doing. And I want to tell you congratulations on everything that you'll be doing soon and where you're going, all right?
I appreciate it, Jonathan.
You have a blessing, man.
You
Appreciate
too, brother.
it, Jody.